Although the dump truck was slightly overloaded, unfortunately the rear axle balance shaft was broken. It was very expensive to replace the new parts, so I found a repair shop to splice it. I thought that after the master's explosive operation, such a balance shaft could be repaired and continued to be used. At that time, the dump truck had stopped in the middle of the road. The entire car body had tilted seriously and the bones had been completely separated. It did not affect the normal traffic on the road. The owner also quickly contacted the repair shop, prepared to repair the truck on the spot. Because the tilt angle of the tail was too large, Fu first had to support a large number of jacks so that the tilted car body could be straightened so that there was enough height for disassembly work. This kind of emergency repair in the middle of the road seemed very dangerous, but it was not safe at all. So after the car body was straightened, Fu put wood on it. The beams simply used the support of the rear axle. The car body briefly restored its original height. Because there is a certain risk in repairing a heavy car body, the owner was also anxious to deliver the goods, drive directly to the unloading site. A full truck of yarn was unloaded. The truck was in a narrow space, which reduced the pressure on the bottom wood. With the excellent driving of the owner, it successfully arrived at the repair shop 5 kilometers away. Because they had limited conditions and no air cannon, some bolts needed to be loosened manually to prevent the truck from being unable to remove the bolts. Then the electric jack was used to support the beam to facilitate the master to remove the tires of the second bridge, because the balance shaft had broken on the axle seat. When it came out, all the tires had to be removed. The main purpose was to facilitate the loosening of the nuts of the riding bolts, and the broken axle bones could be separated from them. After the master's careful inspection, this broken balance shaft can be repaired. It only costs 5,000 rupees to repair it. After the master took out the axle bones on the other side, the fixing bolts of the balance shaft seat can be removed. Although they didn't even have an electric wrench, the speed of tightening the bolts was not slow, and the balance shaft was also quickly disassembled. At this time, the axle seat and the balance shaft, it is convenient to fix it on the lathe claw plate because the original broken axle is welded with welding rods. It will shorten the overall length, so the master simply cuts off the remaining section. In this way, when replacing a complete shaft head, the overall durability of the balance shaft can be improved. For this kind of shaft splicing, in order to ensure that the new shaft head can be concentric and coaxial, the master must reserve an embedded convex on the end face. This is the key to ensuring concentricity. After the work is completed, the caliper is used to confirm that the appearance is correct. The cracked balance shaft is restored to its original length under the premise that the grooves of the two are completely fitted. Then the reserved gap is welded with welding rods, and the raised weld scars are processed flat with a lathe. The original outer diameter is the basis for processing. The weld scars are continuously cut and cut. Although the entire welding area is very large, as long as there is no large error in the outer diameter, it will not affect the normal use of the balance shafts. After the simple repair of the balance shaft is completed, the two are tightly connected. Therefore, it is necessary to use their large. The shaft seat is squeezed back to its original position. The shaft seat can be firmly fixed on the shaft rod. After confirming that there is no deviation in the angle of the shaft seat, then the balance shaft can be connected to the beam. Since the breakage of the balance shaft will affect other accessories, considering the driving safety of the truck, the rear axle needs to be simply maintained. I didn't know that the brake drum was cracked when I disassembled it. Due to this damage, I can replace a disassembly key for the owner. I thought it had rusted due to long-term non-use. It does not affect the performance of the car. 327. After all the things are done, what about this?